WearTesters.
Yo, what's good guys? Nightwing2303. Today we got a quick look at the upcoming Jordan Super.Fly 5. So with that being said, let's go ahead, get right into it. So we're gonna take a look at the traction real quick. This is probably the best looking part of the sneaker. I mean, look at that pattern, man. That looks awesome. That looks like it's gonna grip really well indoors. I love the anatomical kind of like foot map look to it. As far as the cushion, it is very minimal. I'm kind of bummed out about this. It's Zoom Air in the forefoot, just like all the past models, except for the first one. The original Super.Fly was Lunar and Zoom. But these guys have nothing in the back, Zoom in the front, but it's just a basic Zoom unit. It's not unlocked, it's not thick or anything like that. It's a really thin unit, something that you'd see in like a Jordan Retro. I know, really weird, because the Super.Fly line was kind of like Jordan Brand's Hyperdunk, and now it's kind of like the Hyperdunk, because that's pretty whack. I'm not saying it's not going to play good or feel good or anything, because the foam does feel fairly soft, but you know, it's just disappointing seeing how much emphasis they had on cushion in the Super.Fly 2, 3, 4, and then the 5 they were like, forget about it, dude. We're not even gonna try this time. So that's just how it feels, you know what I mean? It's not me being negative, it's me being real. Sorry if you're offended. You know, I'm not here to hold your guys' hand or pad your butts or anything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just here to tell you what it is. If you want to know my thoughts, there you go. The materials are something that I don't personally prefer, but they don't feel too bad. You got some fuse here, which is good for durability. It's there in high wear areas. This section here is textile mesh, and then underneath it you can see the foam structure. So very similar to last year's Super.Fly 4. And then all of this is more fused, but they've got it to look like almost like Durabuck, like what they used on the Air Jordan 8 Playoff. And then they've wrapped that on top, and then they added all of this weird stitching on top. It's for design, no real function to it. You know, I would have preferred like a woven or something like that, because they did that last year with the Super.Fly 4 Jacquard. But maybe there'll be two versions of this one too, I don't really know. But those are what these guys feature so far. And they also have the dynamic kind of lacing system right here, which is kind of neat. These go way down into the footbed, so they're gonna draw your heel right into that section. So it should have superb lockdown. Got that internal boot inside with the ankle pillows. Those look amazing. And I'm not a fan of these tongues, these real thin tongues made out of fuse. These are ankle biters, dude. So I'm not a fan of that, but you know, what can you do? Wear taller socks, I know, but I don't like to. These guys are going to be shipped over to Brian. He's one of our main testers. He's actually one of my favorite as far as like the writing goes. The guy just is able to articulate himself so well and so funny that like I just love reading his stuff. And he's going to be wear testing and reviewing these guys. So if you are interested, make sure to stay tuned to WearTesters.com for all of that stuff. This is just a quick look to give you guys all the information on their tech specs, as well as just a nice, you know, look, because my cameras are pretty badass. So let me know what you guys think about the Super.Fly 5. Stay tuned for the upcoming performance review. If you're interested in the release information, all of that stuff is listed on WearTesters.com. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time guys, have a good one. Allows the traction to be in contact with the floor at all times. And when the traction's in contact with the floor at all times, that means that you're getting the best out of that coverage as possible. There were instances when I needed to wipe, but it was few and far between. The court that you actually see, foot map. So certain areas it's lower, certain areas it's higher. Kind of reminds me of the Adidas Top 10 2000, but this done in a much like smoother fashion, because those had like giant bubbles that were supposed to like match your